Okay, hi, this is DMV Butterfly. I'm coming to you again on Sunday, January 22nd, and I'm coming to you because I did my weigh-in and I posted that. I lost 1 pound this week for a total of 14.5 pounds since January 2nd when I started this weight loss journey. I will say this, I am happy and I congratulate myself for the 1 pound loss. Except I had a couple of questions for myself. And my questions were, during week 1, I lost 9 pounds. During week 2, I lost 4.5 pounds. And then during this week 3, I lost 1 pound. However, during this week, I exercised more than I did the first 2 weeks. The first week, I didn't exercise at all. The second week, I did walking, and I walked maybe 3 miles 3 days that week. I can't remember if it was 3 days or 4 days. This week I walked 6 out of 7 days, and I did one of Jillian's workouts 5 out of 7 days and only lost 1 pound. So this is what I do. At the end of the week, I assess kind of what I did and what I could have done a little bit better to get better results. Now, I'm not knocking my 1 pound because this is a year-long for me weight loss journey. So I'm not knocking the 1 pound, but I always look at what I can possibly do better. So for me, I know this week, I talked to you guys last week about the fact that I'm on the Daniel fast. So I'm just eating fruits, vegetables, nuts, but I'm on a modified fast where I can have fish. So anyway, what I did was I made fish cakes. And I think what happened was, with me adding things to the fish cake, egg, breadcrumbs, in my fish cakes I put coconut milk in them and all, you know, some things in them where I wasn't able to control the calories that I was eating. So that wasn't a good thing. That wasn't a positive thing. Also, I didn't track my calories. I've used my Fitness Pal for a while. Before I used my Fitness Pal, I was a member of a gym, and they had their own website where I could go through and track my calories. It looked exactly like my Fitness Pal. But one thing that happened last week is I didn't use my Fitness Pal. I don't really have to use it because I kind of know, because I've done this weight loss before, I kind of know what I can eat, how much I can eat, how to compose a meal. But the thing is, when you add things to food and make something that you don't normally make, it's good to keep track of it. But also at the same time, with the fish cakes that I made, it was hard for me to keep track of it because I don't know how stuff divided into the individual fish cakes. And in addition to that, I cooked them, but I just kind of like seared them or grilled them a little bit in a little bit of olive oil. But that can also seep into your food or whatever. So I'm not sure if that had something to do with it. So that's number one. I needed to look at my eating. Number two, I worked out more than I had the weeks before. However, like I said before in another video, I walk up hills. There are a lot of hills in my neighborhood. These are big hills. These are like the hills when you watch The Biggest Loser and they're walking or hiking. These are hills that are that steep and that tall. So one thing I need to consider is that I probably gained in muscle and didn't lose so much in weight. I did realize and recognize that my pants fit a lot nicer. When you're walking uphill, it really does work your core. And that's another thing. Somebody at the gym did tell me, a trainer at the gym did tell me. He came over to my, I was on the treadmill. This was a couple of years ago. I was on the treadmill. He pushed the machine up so that I would be on an incline. He told me never, in order to help your core and to tighten your abdominals, never walk on the treadmill with it flat. To at least have an incline of at least 1 on it. Some kind of incline. You don't have to go way up, he told me, but to have something. So I know that that walking did a lot in my core, in my ab area, because my clothes fit differently. So along with the 1 pound weight loss and with the clothes fitting differently, I feel great about that. So I do need to look at my eating, and I'm going to get back and use my application on my phone for the MyFitnessPal next week. I'm also going to think about you know, kind of going back to some basic ways of eating that I used to do. Having a piece of fish, vegetable, and maybe, you know, a starch or something, and tracking what I'm doing, because I would like to have better results next week. I would like to be out of the 220s next week, so that's what I'm going to work on. I'm also going to give a shout out to Budget Queen and to Diva Slim Down, because they were talking about Skinny Cow. So I was in the grocery store and I saw these Skinny Cow on sale. So I did buy them. I can't eat them yet because I'm on a modified Daniel fast until the second week in February. So these are, I'm not a chocolate person, but I love strawberry shortcake. So these are strawberry shortcake. All right. Then also I bought some popsicles. They were on sale. I was in the grocery store and I said, when my Daniel fast is over, they might not be on sale. So I also picked up popsicles. And then this is what I heard, I think Budget Queen talk about in one of her videos. And it's Arctic Zero. And this entire thing is 150 calories. Now, I wouldn't eat the entire thing even when I was, you know, even now at my heaviest, and when I wasn't watching what I was eating, I wouldn't eat a whole pint of ice cream. But I do love, I love ice cream and cheesecake. Ice cream, cheesecake, red velvet cheesecake. I love it. So for me, something like this would be good because it'll help me even doing just a portion of this and not eating the whole thing. I do like it because I'm not getting so many calories in it. So I wouldn't eat this whole thing all at one time, but I was so excited to hear that there is ice cream out there that doesn't have a lot of calories in it. So I'm going to try it. Also, if you watch the Food Network, there's a woman named Hungry Girl, and she talks about low calorie foods and things like that. So these are a couple of products I will try, but I won't be trying them until February 10th or February 11th. So, and that's another thing I will talk about, is having foods around you that you're not supposed to eat. Please don't follow me. If you can't have food in the house that you aren't supposed to have right then, these are okay foods to have. It's just that because I'm fasting, I can't have them. But I also have a red velvet cheesecake in my freezer from the Cheesecake Factory. I haven't touched it. I ate one piece of it on January 1st, but I didn't start my weight loss journey until January 2nd. I haven't touched it. So for me, I'm okay with having food around. I'm not going to eat it. Food that I can't have or whatever. It really doesn't bother me at this point. At one time, when I first lost some weight, I had to take everything out of my house that I shouldn't be having. However, I was going to work every day, and there was food around that I couldn't have then or whatever. So I was able to build up on bringing things back in my house, and now it doesn't serve as a temptation to me. It doesn't bother me to have it around. So those are a couple of things I will be trying. So thank you to those on YouTube who have called out some of these products. I will give them a try. And this week, I think what I'm going to do in terms of my exercising is to give myself more rest between exercises. And I think that may help to show more weight loss. Because I am right now trying to lose about 2.5 pounds a week. So I'll look at that. I'm going to track my food in MyFitnessPal. And because it snowed in my area where I live, I walked today. However, I've been walking in the morning, early morning, before the sun comes up. So I won't be walking this week in my neighborhood up the hills and stuff because there's snow where people haven't cleared off the sidewalk, and there's a little path that's not paved at all. So I don't want to get out there in the morning where it's icy and slip or anything like that. So I'm going to take my walking in, and I'm going to walk on a treadmill this week. So I'm still going to do it. I may move to maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday of walking on a treadmill and doing Jillian's workout, and then take a break 2 other days and see how that impacts me. Again, your weight loss journey is going to be trial and error. Your body will kind of talk to you and tell you what you may want to tweak, how you're feeling. I'm going to look at my food, and I'm going to really track my food and my fitness pal this week and kind of see where that leads me. So thank you for watching, and thank you again to those people that I shouted out in my video for their tips. I am watching people's pages, and for some people who may come on here and say, I'm not going to listen to any of them, they're not physicians, they're not nutritionists or whatever. No, we're not. However, there are people who have some excellent tips. There are people who have had so much success with getting weight off and are still on their journey. So I take from, you know, different people what I can use, how it can help me, and I'm sharing some of what is working for me to hope that we can all, you know, get a little bit and keep being successful. So you guys be blessed.